control freak motherfuckers.
We find the best way to describe in basic terms good and bad people is simply to say, there are live and let live people who create, and then there are control freaks who destroy.
A killing spree for NFTs what could be better honestly. The first players to win get the limited prospect token, and one other game token at a random value. Some of the most valuable tokens will be dispensed to original players. Players who are interested in the future strategy game and don't care to play a first-person shooter can just buy the tokens also. Players who win the game and make a significant contribution can purchase the Apprentice token, which is limited to only 300, and will gain the holder a spot on the front line with the top shelf of the Voodoo Breaking Brotherhood. A larger percentage of the community was formed in MMA gyms, weight rooms, and fitness circuits, and we plan to have some physical challenges for special NFTs at some point soon.
It is time to destroy the destroyer so we can live in peace and rebuild our lives. In this game, players kill control freaks to earn NFTs that will be used in future gameplay. This game will also improve, and we will launch many levels, other games, and storylines under our banner. The game as it stands now is good. It's very high quality and packs new features such as shoot to unlock a limited edition NFT.
Go play it.
We have lots of new innovative ideas in the works, including just Anno for Day, a mobile phone app multiplayer with teams and 10 times the blood.
Go play it. Go play it. Go play it. Go play it.
You see, young blood, God loves a hustler. We can be bad, in fact, we must be. Strange eyes keep on watching me. It will be what is has to be. And that is, in our time, fairly extreme.
There were once people who knew the control freaks, and their tricks. They called them the old schoolers. These old schoolers killed off in brutal ways the control freak people who thought of themselves as judge and jury over others. A few of the witches escaped and vowed to come back in super secret, never to be discovered again, until their hold on us was too great to be contested. They bred out the old schoolers over generations. They made all their children as selfish and control freak as they were. They offered every benefit to the weak to become even more corrupted in their souls. Until the communities were totally debaucherous black magic and alcohol addicted people who would use their own children for self-gain, rather than sacrifice for their children's success. An implosive culture easy to take the reins on. Out of nowhere from the mountains and the desert comes an incredibly strong young man. Strong in mind and strong in ability. The worms knew who he was, they could see it right away, so they incarcerated him as a child. Ran tests on him, tried to figure out why. They tried to kill his energy, and when it didn't work they tried to bend it their own and make him a weapon for them. It worked for a while, but the young man was just biding his time. He was not going to be controlled by the control freaks. He was not going to give up his God-given hustle and free will, he appreciated it too much. He made his moves and disappeared. Only over his child could they get to him. After a full-on assault by the entire army of millions of control freaks and their minions to get him, he escaped to the jungles. But they could never really damage him in a permanent way, and it, in turn, fried their own minds and souls in the burning oils of jealousy. They lived in fear of him daily and knew he had the power to bring them down, so they wrapped layer and pair and wall of protection. And hid. They did every voodoo curse they could think of and even turned his own kid against him. They attacked everyone he knew, and any innocent he had spent time with. They tried to trap him in the jungle and launched arrows everywhere, setting fires and destruction and trying to poison animals and foods they thought he might eat to get him that way. They tried everything they could. It was ridiculous, Many say it was pathetic. They never could imagine that in the powerful biology and denseness of the jungle, he found plants that empowered him even more. They underestimated his strength and the strengths of the good spirits on his side. They underestimated his ability to cause others to see the truth. The truth is that selfishness, dishonesty is the most costly error one can make. He penetrated the masses and thought that by helping each other and helping nature we can advance much more into the abundance, into a divinity free of the control freaks. He is no Jesus, may not even be an angel. But in many ways he is, and in many ways when he cuts the heads off of the witches it can be called angelic. When he tortures those who have committed the absolute most selfish acts, it is called justice, another word far corrupted by the control freaks we are not even sure we are using the right way now.
Depressed, suicidal, hopeless, bankrupt, anxious, living the opposite.
These control freaks who make their living on the backs of others never realized how much God respects a hustler and how much potential comes from living your journey in appreciation and humility, never wanting to control anything. The guy who plays nice does business right but can cut your fucking head off if he wants to. That is what we all must become now. I have never met the voodoo breaker outside of my dreams. But I dreamt he came out of a deep flame that burned in the night. The next day there was nothing but desert. Everything was gone, not a soul on a knee. He left a rattlesnake as a present and a few special trees.